Hey people, it's DLF. We're doing this video on my phone because I don't really feel like fucking setting up the video camera right now. This video is going to be a video review of the game The Last of Us. I don't know. I felt like this game was pretty overrated. People are gonna hate me for saying this, but yeah, it was overrated. It's not like a terrible game, but it just doesn't. I don't think it deserves all the hype that, you know. Like, it's all a bunch of hype with the game. First of all, there's only like 4 different enemies in the whole game. Well, you got the zombies in there that run at you, and then they catch you. They attack in groups and shit, and when they catch you, they just start beating the hell out of you. And then there's a way you can get out of that by, like, you have to, like, try to, like, run away as you're being beaten, and then you'll just shake them off or whatever. Those guys are pretty easy to go down in, like, one shot or so. Then you got these assholes that run around, they have, like, fucking shit all over their head. They call them clickers in the game because, like, they click, they make clicking sounds, and they go or whatever, I don't know, but they do this clicking sound, and pretty much you're supposed to be like, they're blind, so you can, like, walk past them, but you have to walk slowly. They actually, like, see. They use sound to see, so you could just run. You could just walk, like, you could just sneak up behind them and kill them. But the bitch with these things are, like, any little sound that you make, like with footsteps or anything else, they'll find you, like, right away, and if they catch you, you just die in like right away. It's fucking stupid. You'll have like a full health bar and you'll just fucking die just from if they catch you, you know? Which is fucking stupid because you have this little fucking bitch that walks around with you. And like if she gets caught by one, like, it'll tell you like a little what do you call it, a little like a red cross will come over her head or whatever. That means you have to go save her ass. But it's weird because, like, why doesn't she die in like one hit, or like when they catch when they catch her, she doesn't just die. I mean, they give her a chance for you to, like, shoot the fucker, you know. I mean, like, in the game, I'm like, spoiler alert, they tell you that the bitch is infected, but she's immune to, like, whatever. And that's the whole point of the game, is you're trying to bring this whore back to these fucking assholes that are trying to get a cure out for the zombie plague or whatever the fuck it is. The game doesn't even fucking tell you what's going on. Okay, the game, the storyline's fucking shitty. It's like, oh, all of a sudden there's like zombies running around. I don't know. But then there's these other zombie assholes. They're like big dudes. They're not really that big. They're like, I keep mistaking them for clickers as well, but they're these assholes that, like, throw, like, this fucking shit all over you. They throw shit at you, shit balls at you. And it's supposed to be like acid shit or something. Those things are annoying, and if they come up to you too, you know, you're dead, like, right away. Full health bar doesn't matter, you're dead. The only way to kill them is to shoot them 100,000 times. Ugh. And then the other enemies you just got like these like different types of humans and shit, you know. Just like guys with guns and shit that you have to like fight off. That's pretty much the game. I don't know. There's parts in that game where you have to like fucking help out the little whore that you run around with. You know, she can't swim, but you know, she could fucking climb a fucking tree. You know, it makes no sense. So because she can't swim, you have to sit there and fucking coddle the bitch all day. So you have to go swimming out yourself, and then you have to like find like a little fucking piece of wood or something, drag it back to the bitch, and make her jump on it, and then you have to push the little raft thing around, and then hope that she like gets off. I don't know. It's fucking stupid when you think about it, because parts like that. There's probably like 15 parts in that game that's like that, and they're all fucking annoying. What else? The weapons. The weapons are stupid. They're your standard survival horror weapons, standard first-person shooter shit. You know, you got your pistol, and then you get like an upgrade. You get like, I don't know, like a revolver or something, and then you get like a sawed-off shotgun, which they call the shorty. Which, by the way, you can also get a bigger shotgun as well. But why does the bigger shotgun take different ammo than the sawed-off shotgun? I don't know. It doesn't make sense. And then then later in the game you get a pistol that has a sniper scope on it, and they call that the El Diablo or some shit. Wow. What else? You also get a rifle. Okay. Wow, okay. You get a rifle, and then you get a shotgun. Shotgun. Then what's cool is after that you get a flamethrower, which is pretty cool because you just start burning motherfuckers out like 10 in a row. Yeah, then you get a bow and arrow, which sucks. You get a bow and arrow, that sucks. And then you get like an assault rifle that sucks later in the game. And that's about it. And then you just pick up little items off the ground. Like you'll pick up like a wooden stick or something and then beat someone up with it. Later in the game you get to make Molotov cocktails, which are actually pretty much the best weapon in the game. Okay, pretty much that's like the best weapon in the game because you could just throw that motherfucker then like in a crowd or something, and like everyone in that group will just start on fire and instantly die. And the good thing about setting people on fire, I guess, is if they're on fire and more people come at the person on fire, they'll all get burned to death. They'll just start on fire like automatically. It's pretty cool. Then you get like this little can thing. You get a fucking can as a weapon that you throw and it blows up. They call it the nail bomb or something. I guess it's supposed to be like a homemade bomb thing, and then when it blows up, it like shoots like nails and shit all over the place. You get that. You get the Molotov cocktail. You get what else? Oh, and then there's some part in the game. You get these little smoke bomb things that are pretty useless. I never actually found a use for them, like anywhere in the game. So it didn't really make sense, like what they were used for. You could hide in the smoke, I guess, or I don't know. But it didn't really make it. You know, it doesn't really help much. But like the thing is that you know the best weapon is the Molotov cocktail, but you can only have 3 at a time, and I don't know. But you know what the cool thing about the game is that you can. They have this whole crafting system thing where you pick up like scissors and like what else? You pick up scissors and like tape and shit, and you know you can pick like little shit up off the floor and shit, and that's how you make like your Molotov cocktails and your nail bombs. But the cool thing about it is you could like when I say you get like a stick for a weapon at some point. The cool thing about it is you can actually modify like any of the handheld weapons. Like if you pick up a pipe off the floor, you can modify it with a pair of scissors. Yeah, you can modify it with a pair of scissors, and you can make that pipe into a bladed pipe, and pretty much that just kills motherfuckers in one hit. But the downfall about that is that the fucking blade thing breaks after the one hit. So you have to keep wrapping the thing in a blade or something, you know. Ow. Then you get like these little knives called shivs. Oh, I fucking hate those things. They absolutely serve no fucking purpose in the game. I'll tell you what they do. You could sneak up behind someone and fucking kill them. You could sneak up behind them and then grab them. And then, like, if you have shivs on you, you can use a shiv and like kill them. But that really has like no purpose to do. Unless you're facing one of those fucking clickers. In that case, then you're gonna have to use a shiv to like sneak up behind them and kill them. But like any of the other like humans or anything, you can just fucking sneak up behind them, grab them, and then you press another button and you can just strangle them. And it doesn't even use a shiv. It doesn't make sense. Why do I have to use a shiv to kill someone when I can just strangle them, and then I can just keep my shit? I guess the shivs also work as keys too. Like all through the game, you'll find these little doors that you can't open unless you have a fucking shiv. They're usually just like little side rooms that you can go in. You open it up with a shiv, and you can get like all kinds of bonus shit. It's actually pretty cool, but you know, every time I go up to one of those doors, I never have a fucking shiv on me. Every time, yeah. And the same thing with the safes. There's a couple times in the game where it makes you there's a couple times in the game where you have to where you can like open up safes and shit. Well, you need like a combination, which you gotta find, and the combination is always in like some kind of a note or something. I think I've only opened like 2 safes in the whole game. So I have to like go and find all those notes and shit. I mean, the game isn't horrible, but it's definitely overrated. I'll tell you what's overrated about it is the story. The story is overrated. There's not much to the story. It's hard to explain, but there's not really much, like, plot to it. I mean, there's definitely kind of like a story to it, but there's no real, like, big surprises in the whole game, and the surprises that do come aren't really that shocking. Like, for example, like, the whole game is you play as like this fucking Grizzly Adams motherfucker who's like a fucking asshole the whole game, and you meet up with this little fucking girl, and I guess she's like immune to this zombie thing. So he takes her across the country to these people that can like find a cure for the zombie outbreak with this girl, I guess, and it's really not like that much of a story. I mean, there's like little you know, instances where there's, you know, where they get into some trouble and shit, you know, like. That's where the story comes. That's where like most of the story comes in. It's just like the little details, I guess, come in like that. Like there's a part where the guy gets he almost gets killed, I guess. I mean, but when you see him, he like what is it? I think he like falls through a window and he gets impaled on like a piece of glass or some shit. And you're like he's like limping and shit. And I don't know. He ends up like passing out, and then you have to play as the little girl. And it's like winter time or some shit when you play as her, so like everything is like snowed out. But like you take over as a little girl, and you have to try helping the guy out. And then you end up running into these guys who turn out to be fucking cannibals or some shit. Yeah, they're trying they're trying to be nice to the girl and everything, and then like it just turns out they were cannibals and they were trying to eat the bitch, you know. But so anyway, I don't know, he ends up waking up out of his coma at the last. The guy ends up waking up out of his fucking coma at the last minute, and the girl gets the girl gets caught by these cannibals, and like he has to go save her, and I don't know, and then that's all it is. That's just one part of the game, though. It's, you know, there's not really, it has really nothing to do with like any kind of plot twist or anything. It just, it just seems like something that they just threw in, like at the last minute, you know. Well, so then at the ending I was fucking disappointed in. There really wasn't much like ending to it. It was just he goes and saves the bitch from the hospital. it doesn't even make sense, really. It's like, the whole point of them going across the country was so that you could find a cure with this little girl, because she's immune to this virus or whatever somehow, and they're trying to like figure out why. So the whole point of the game was to go and find a cure, but once he's like, you know, once they're all the way down there, you know, these people like are trying to find a cure, but the guy has some kind of like, you know, he has some kind of change of mind where he'd rather save the girl instead of finding a fucking cure. I mean, what the fucking shit is that? So now all of humanity is doomed from this fucking zombie virus because, well, you know, I had a second change of heart, or, you know, it's stupid. So anyway, he leaves. This is what happens at the end. He saves the girl from the fucking operating room, shoots the fucking bitch. Well, not he doesn't shoot the little girl, but he shoots this fucking bitch that was behind the whole thing. He shoots her, and then at the end, all it is that they were in him and the little girl were in a car, and she's like, "Oh, I can't remember a goddamn thing." And then, like, after all that, you're walking through a little forest thing, and the little girl was like, "Tell me everything was the truth," or some shit. And then it's just a fucking credits. I'm like, what the fuck? There wasn't really any real ending. And the ending didn't really make sense. It was just like, I guess what they were trying to do was, like, they said that there's more people that are immune to this virus. Okay. And that, you know, they weren't even trying to look for a cure. Okay. This makes no sense. So anyway, enough with the storyline. There's also some other things in there which are pretty fucking stupid. Well, well, usually in games you can like upgrade your shit, and this game's no different. Except for the upgrade shit. To upgrade things is fucking tedious. You get like these parts, I don't know, they just call them parts, I guess. And you use these parts to like upgrade your guns and everything else. You upgrade your guns, but the thing is that you need tools to do it. So every once in a while throughout the game, you'll find a little toolbox thing. You grab the tool, and then every tool that you get adds like another level of how much you can upgrade your shit. So I think throughout the whole game I was up to like level 4 with the toolbox thing. There's 5 levels of, you know, upgrade, I guess. And then of course you gotta find all the parts and shit too, and I mean it's not bad. I mean it makes you it actually makes you like look for shit, you know. As far as I know, there's no like real farming method in the game, so it actually makes you like find shit instead of just like replaying like a certain part of the game to get more parts or whatever. Yeah. So then there's a whole thing where you can upgrade your character as well. I mean, you can get like a bigger health bar, and whatnot. You know, I can't even remember what some of the stuff were. Oh, faster crafting speed, faster healing with the health kits. I mean, you can upgrade your guy, but even that's kind of stupid. Oh man, even that's kind of stupid because you have shut up. You have to like upgrade your guy with these pills. Oh, you have to upgrade your dude with these pills that you just find all over the game. And they call them supplements, but we know what they really are. They're fucking pills. So, of course, those pills are few and far between. I wasn't even close to getting like half of my skills all up. You know, I don't even know if there's a way you can like max out your skills. You probably have to play on like a new game plus or some shit, and then maybe like get them while you're going through them again. I don't know, but needless to say, it's stupid. And the whole thing too, it's like you gotta build up your pills. So like you find a pill like laying around, and it's considered like 5. It just says 5 on it. So you grab the 5 pills, and let's say to get a faster crafting speed is 20. You would have to keep finding you have to find 4 pills just to fucking upgrade your crafting speed by 1. Yeah. I mean, like I said, the game isn't horrible. It's just, I'll tell you what it is right now. It's not really horrible. It's just not like a fun game. It is. It's not really like something that you just. It's like, wow, I just want to play this game. It's not really like a real fun game. The game's the game is kind of boring in the fact that nothing it's long and it's drawn out and at the end there's real no ending. It's just. And there's no real plot twist either. There's no real villain in the whole game. You know, there's not any bad guy or anything that that you're trying to kill. You know, it's I like a lot of games that are plot heavy, a lot of RPGs I like because they're plot heavy. But The Last of Us, it's just a game, and you move from point A to point B, and you're shooting things along the way. And you don't really know why you're shooting them. You're just shooting them. Well, of course, because they're trying to kill you, but there's no reason behind it, and there's not really any. The 2 main characters in the game, they're cool, but the other characters, they don't there's one part where you get these 2 black guys that help you. And it's a black dad, and then it's a little black boy that runs around with him. And of course, your fucking little girl is all obsessed with this little black boy that runs around. If you want that black dick, yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know, my phone just like fucking cut off my video. But at least it beeped. At least it beeped for me so that I can know that it cut it off. So anyway, there's a part in the game where you get this there's this part in the game where you get this black family that helps you. And it's like a black dad and a little black boy that runs around. And your little girl that runs around with you is like in love with this little black boy. You could tell. There's no little like sex scene in her or anything, but you could tell that she has a crush on him. And, you know, because she wants like the black dick or something. And so anyway, it turns out that this little black boy is infected, and then he like turns into a zombie overnight or some shit. So they kill a little black boy, and then the black dad just like fucking shoots himself. And they're all like upset. Ow. I've never been so happier, and then he's out of my life, you know. I didn't get to suck his black dick or whatever, I don't know. It's fucking stupid. And then that's the end of that. I don't know, it just seems like, the story isn't like a real, like, to me, it seemed like the story wasn't like a full story. Here's what it looks like. This is what it seemed like to me. It's just little parts in the game where it went on its own little story, but like the whole thing with the black family, and then there's also another part where you meet up with the dude's brother, and like he's running like a, I don't know, like a dam or no, it's an electric plant or some shit. And then after all that, they don't even talk about it anymore. It's just like little parts in the game, you know. It's like little stories. That's how it seems like to me. To me, if you could think about this, it actually seems like, I'm trying to think about a movie that's like this. I'm trying to think about a popular movie that's like this. Yeah. If anyone has ever seen the movie Tales from the Hood, it reminds me of that in the sense that Tales from the Hood wasn't like a full, it wasn't like one story. It was like, there was like a backstory, okay? And then like, there's pretty much some guy telling like different stories. It was, what do you call it, an anthology movie. Where, okay, these fucking drug dealers go into the funeral home, not the Clinton Rocco Carr funeral home, but an actual fucking funeral home. That these drug dealers go in there because they found out they could get weed from this drug dealer mortician guy, okay? So they go in there, they're looking for the drugs, but the mortician keeps telling them different fucking stories. So you go on, you have to sit through the story about the guy that, what do you call it, the guy that turned into the zombie after he was killed by the cops or whatever. And then you got the other story, what do you call it? You got the other story where it's about the little kid that gets beaten by his stepdad, which fucking turns out to be the guy from what do you call it? I forget his fucking name. He's like some like fucking stupid guy. He's like, I forget his fucking name now. He's like some black guy. He's not really like a tough guy, but he just plays in like some shit, you know. I can't really think about what he plays in, but he was beating this kid up, and this kid found out how to like fold paper or some shit. Like you draw a picture and you fold it in half, and it'll like fucking break his arm and shit. Then you got the story about the white guy that moves into the plantation like 200 years later after the whole slavery thing. And then some white guy moves in there, and then these fucking dolls come to life. You know, it's like that, you know? It's like that with The Last of Us, except for, like, it's all, like, intertwined with these two fucking people. That's really that's all I have to really say about that. I mean, like I said, it's not horrible, and it's not, like, great either. I give it credit because it tried. It was an original game, but original doesn't necessarily mean it's great. I mean, I could make a movie where it's just a black screen, and that would be original, but it's not great. You know, I don't know. I mean, the game was original, but it wasn't, like, anything good, you know? It wasn't, you know, I give it credit for being original, at least. So, I don't know, I give the game, like, 6 out of 10. I liked it. It was just, it wasn't that great of a game. Sorry. People are saying it's scary. I haven't gotten scared once in the game. Those clickers are not scary at all. But then again, I don't really feel scared over horror movies or games or anything. I mean, I don't really get scared at horror movies. I laugh at them a lot. Paranormal Activity was a great example. I didn't think that movie was very scary. But, you know, Amy Muss fucking hated me because I fucking laughed throughout the whole movie in the movie theater. She's like, why are you laughing? I'm like, because it's fucking funny, that's why. He's like, I'm scared. I'm like, be scared. It's fucking funny. It's a fucking comedy. But, The Last of Us, let's just hope it is the last of it. I don't know. It was a pretty big letdown. And, you know, people are ranting and raving about, this is such a good game, it's game of the year. I'm like, dude, no, it's not game of the year. I mean, honestly, I thought Resident Evil 4 was a lot better. Resident Evil 5 was better. Shit, Silent Hill Silent Hill Homecoming was better. What's that other game that I played? What's that game where you're like in the fucking prison? And you have to like fight like fucking those little fucking gremlin shits where you're in the fucking prison, they like shoot fucking needles and shit at you. What the fuck? This is for like Xbox. This is sort of original Xbox. What the fuck? I can't even think of the name now. You're like in a fucking prison, you gotta shoot like fucking like guys with like fucking swords on their feet or some shit. That was better than The Last of Us. But I can't really think of... Fuck. The fuck's the name of that game? I can't even think now, because it's fucking... The guy goes to prison for killing his family, but somehow he didn't kill his family. It was someone else. I don't know. And the whole game he's trying to, like... There's, like, a big earthquake, and he's, like, trying... You know... Everything goes to hell. I don't know. It was fucking weird, and that's what I like. But... The Last of Us, 6 out of 10. Alright, bye.